The other outcome is when we had this bubble burst, unfortunately, we laid off my executive assistant. We said we can't have assistants. And I shared her with the CEO. And she said, you know, Larry, we've done so much great work. Can I just do some extra work and apply for a Points of Light Award, which is the National Award for Volunteerism? And I said, Amy, you don't have to do this. And she goes, no, I want to. So she did it and we won. So we got a call that fall. It was right around Christmas time where they said, congratulations, your application has been selected as, and you're the winner of the National Points of Light Award. And then in my mind, I said, oh, damn, Amy's the one that made all that happen. She led the whole Laurel Elementary initiative, and she's gone. So what we did was we asked her to come with us. Our group, a subset of the whole team, our group went to College Station, Texas, to accept the reward, and it was an amazing thing, right? So, that again shows that it wasn't just work; it was we had created something quite unique. Next is we had an IPO attempt that failed for, again, interesting but long reasons. But just suffice to say, it failed. Now, imagine the impression to the employees. I was gone by then. I was already teaching at USF. And what happened was everyone's excited. Oh, we're starting to go public. We have to get ready, blah, blah, blah. So everyone's saying we're going to get liquid on our stock options. So there's a lot of concern from the VP of HR that when we pulled the offering, that we're going to face a lot of disgruntled or disappointed employees, and we may face turnover, right? So there was a risk that we would lose some of these great people we had assembled. I remember she called me and she said, why don't you come to this meeting? Even though I wasn't with the company anymore. She said, I think you'll be very interested in today. So I went to one of their quarterly offsites, and there was a high percent of the employees who were happy that we didn't go public. And she and all of the senior people and me were shocked that that was the case. And the reason they were happy is they didn't want to give it up. They didn't want to give up the transparency, kind of knowing all the numbers and having the spirit. They said, if we're a public company, we're going to have to act like a very serious, traditional, publicly traded company. So that was a very unexpected and, in a sense, gratifying. It's not gratifying we couldn't get rich, I suppose, but it was gratifying that we had done something quite special. So the answer to my own question is yes, it was worth all the time and effort. And the reason is not all about money. I mean, there's a lot about money. I am a very kind of profit-oriented person by nature, but it isn't all about money. And it was a great experience to me. Again, I made some money as an employee, but my stock was really not well rewarded because by the time I left, we had different rounds of funding. We eventually sold to a private equity firm. So everyone got out. No one got hurt, but it wasn't like I made it rich. So I guess that's why I'm still working, right? But it was still one of the most enjoyable years of my life. And it was fun to even be in the internet back then, and also with a management team that shared a goal of the kind of company we wanted to run. So we were all MBAs. It was interesting. The CEO, CFO, COO, CTO, and the VP of HR all had MBAs. So we all kind of know business and all the stuff we learn, but we also share this other idea about the type of culture, the type of manager and leaders we want to be. Economics is our core, but it doesn't mean that we don't mitigate it with other things or maybe less easily measured things that ultimately lead to success. So this is just my opportunity to share a little bit of my personal view of the trade-offs between kind of hardcore business and hardcore economics with other things that in the long run might still be higher economic outcome, right? It's just not, you're just trading off very tangible near-term results for very important long-term results, right? So that's it for my little preaching on my philosophy about how companies should be run. It's probably why, that I'm always attracted to growth in young companies, because we're able to affect this type of environment much more easily when you have a company of a couple hundred people compared to when you have a company of a couple 100,000 people. I'm just not that good or interested in trying to convert corporate culture into something that we experience at Alibris. All right, so thank you, and I'll see you for chapter 7.